Hey, how you doing? Day 17, welcome back, thank you for coming. Now today I thought we would look at how I do monthly planners. A, because somebody asked me to do that, and B, because I need to do them anyway. And part of that is posters. As you can see behind me, I'm a poster guy. This is how I organize my life and all of the different learning stuff that I do. Yes, I wish my handwriting was better so I could actually read them, but it's more the act of actually making them that's the important part, and we'll get to that as well. But today I just thought, with everything changing, I need to switch up my monthly planner because most of my projects that I had on my list have all been cancelled. So I'm gonna rewrite one and at the same time show you how I organize my life as a visual / kinesthetic learner. This is how I keep track of all my projects. Boomtown. Now to start off, what we have is a big piece of poster paper, a good Vivid, and a ruler. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my page so that it's separated into 5 different sections. Each one of those sections represents a project or a task that I need to get done this month, or something that I'm working on long term. It doesn't matter. But for now, I'm separating it into 5 main things. There are subcategories and smaller projects that I'm working on, and I'll add those underneath. But for now, I'll just set it up with 5. Alright, so here I have my 5 main projects that I'm working on at the moment. I've got my Gecko film page, my website, a web series that I'm working on, some acting stuff, and YouTube things. Alright, so those are the 5 main projects that I'm working on at the moment. What I'm going to do now is I'll add smaller projects underneath them. And then once I've done that, I'm going to add in the tasks underneath the appropriate project. And I'm going to list them in order of which one needs to be done first or most important. This way, as I'm crossing them off, I should be able to cross them off from top to bottom, and it makes it a lot clearer how far along I am with that project. And as an example, I'll show you December's one. Now keep in mind, they don't usually get this messy, but the world went to crap after December, so I just kept adding stuff to that one instead of making a new monthly planner. This monstrosity is December's planner. It is not very attractive, it is an absolute mess. And that's because the world fell into a pandemic and planning things just seemed pointless. And to be honest, at the moment, now that I'm looking at this, a few of these projects have even been cancelled. So I'm gonna have to remake it on this side here. But that's the idea, is that you make one of these every month. Now the red tape that you're seeing at the top is what I use to sellotape this to my television. Yes, you heard me correctly, I sellotape this to the top of my television. Or my computer screen, whatever I'm using the most. That way, if I want to use my computer, if I want to play games, if I want to watch TV, I have to look at the list first in order to lift it up and pull it over the back. Then when I'm finished with the television, I pull it back over the front. That way, the list is what I see more than my television, more than my games, more than my computer. The list is always there. But anyway, back to work, let's add some tasks. Now for years, I thought I was a kinesthetic learner, and so did my teachers. But it wasn't until I became a teacher myself that I realized actually I'm more of a visual learner. I was just really fidgety as a child, which probably means that I'm a little bit of both. So this method works really well for me, because visually it means I can see all of my tasks. But kinesthetically, it's the act of writing down the task that helps me remember it. And crossing out the task when I'm finished gives me positive feelings, which encourages me to complete more tasks. So as a visual / kinesthetic learner, this method has worked better for me than any other. Alright, and that is done. This room smells like Vivid. I kind of like it, but still, that is done, so check it out. So here we have December's one. Before the world turned to crap, and then I couldn't be bothered writing anymore. This is what December's looked like. Now this is this month's. Okay, so this will be May, probably, because we're already kind of into this month. But these are my tasks. This is what it should look like at the beginning of each month. All these nice empty spaces ready to be filled, all of these nice words ready to be crossed out. And by the end of the month, it'll look something like that, depending on how productive you've managed to be. But this is it. So just to recap, I have my 5 columns, which are my different projects. Smaller projects are smaller boxes within those columns, and then underneath them I have the tasks in order of which ones need to be done first or level of importance. Like for example, Gecko is my film production company, and what I need to work on first is a video for the climate strike that I shot. And I need to organize my hard drives and a proposal for a travel series and yada yada yada. My website, these are different things I need to sort out. Apartment 4B, that's a web series that I've written. This is a Facebook page that I run. This is a web series that I've made. This is my Spanish. I've got a small box for reminders, plans for my body and my fitness, a whole thing for acting because this is my main focus. So that's always one whole column. At the moment, this is my YouTube column, which is something new to me that I've just added. As you can see on here, it was just this bit there. But now, under lockdown, the whole YouTube thing has become a much bigger deal. And that is how I organize my life. So at the moment, I'm probably gonna take this and I'm gonna sellotape it back to the top of my television so that it's always in my line of sight. Another thing to note is that I've also got a section on here for family so that I do make sure that I'm taking time out and looking after them and myself, because that is as important as any other project that you'll ever have in your life. In fact, it's the most important. So make sure you look after yourselves, take time to plan ahead, and you'll be sweet. Day 17, feeling organized.